Shalom, giving all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation as always to the elect. And this is just a brief exhortation to the Akim, to the believers. All right, not to get too caught up in trying to defend yourself, all right, to this world, because remember, this world is wrong. All right, we're not in the wrong. Okay, we've done, all right, what we were called to do. All right, reproof, all right, rebuke, prophesy, offer up the right sacrifice, Lord willing, our sacrifice is accepted. We've done all that we were, called to do. And, now you can see that this world is on its way out, this age, all right, this rulership. And you can see that Satan is turning his attention to the truth. All right, now he's going to have his methods at how he comes at the actual truth. But, all right, don't worry, brothers. Don't get too, don't overthink persecution. All right, understand that it is a part of the cross. We all have to bear our cross, man. Okay, so don't get too caught up in trying to prove to this world you did no wrong. You didn't do any wrong. Okay, this world is in the wrong. Okay, these people are wicked. Even how Esau is going to link us to terrorism. Okay, you have to understand that Yahushua was numbered amongst the transgressors. Okay, that was prophesied in Isaiah 53 that he would be numbered amongst the transgressors when he was on the, being crucified. Who was next to him? Thieves, murderers, and everything else. Because his act was a very revolutionary act, man. All right, this is a true revolution in the spirit. And the world and these Edomites don't really know how to come at it. The only way they can come at it is by linking it to something carnal. Okay, and then they'll address the true men of the Lord. They have to put the idea that we're carnal out there. And best believe there are a lot of sellouts amongst Israel who have took purses, who are linked in with this government, and who will show their heads in these latter days, man. All right, now we call it out. We speak on these things, but don't worry, brothers. Okay, the narrative is going to go that you're a part of what they're doing. Okay, but we've already offered up the right sacrifice, all right, separating ourselves from that. We've reproved particular things. We told Jake not to be out there showing yourself with guns, man. That's stupid. We told Jake that we're not a black only organization or whatever the hell they're putting out there. We've already said that. We've already put these things out in the spirit. So all we can do at this point is hope that we're covered under the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. So don't overthink the persecution. All right, we all gonna have these feelings in the flesh, these different queasy, these different emotions that are gonna creep into your mind, but you have to overcome those different emotions with what? All right, the overall purpose of what the Most High is doing through Yahweh Shai via this story, man. So I take you to 2 Peter 2:9. Okay, it says, this is, let's see here. I'll just jump to verse 6. It says, in turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, and condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample of those that after should live ungodly. And that's happening right now. All right, what's coming to America, if you want to know the future of it, well, just go and read about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Here it is. They have the LGBT movement and history being taught in schools to children, but they skip over Sodom and Gomorrah. But this is a God-fearing, all right, in God we trust Christian society, right? Okay, and everyone's living ungodly in this society, man. All right, we have to hope that we're in the good graces of the likes of Noah, all right, who amongst those ungodly prepared himself, man, and did what is acceptable and the right in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And we are vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. We're vexed with the filthy conversation of our own people, man, that know that they're Israelites, of the circumcision. You got the likes of Vocab Malone. They're all hopping onto this story, and they know, because when Vocab Malone approached the camps, was he threatened? Okay, was he physically harmed? Some of the camps even ignored him. Okay, but he is going to jump on the story and say, see, the Israelites are killing Jews. Now all of a sudden he believes that the people over there in Israel are the Jews. When we asked him that, when he came up, he was vague about it. Now they're the Jews that a so-called Hebrew Israelite, all right, black Hebrew Israelite in their eyes, have murdered or killed one of them. Okay, or murdered one of them. Okay, and that whole story is fishy as well, because how is he linked to the Israelites? There were four different pictures of 4 different people. So we all know what's going on in the spirit, but we have to understand that this is all a part of the story. Okay, if you have the time today, read Matthew the 26th chapter through the 27th chapter, and see how Yahweh Shai handled this. Now, when Yahweh Shai was going through that hell and he knew it was coming, there was a point where he was, asking the Lord to, is there some other way? But as he figured out and found out, there was no other way. Okay, you have to go through that straight gate. Okay, and the straight gate is before us, and it's going to get very, very straight. So don't put any extra burdens on yourself. All right, in your spirit, in your mind. All right, trying to defend yourself because you did nothing wrong. Remember, this world is wrong. Okay, it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment and punishment. So the Lord knows amongst his Israel who's who and who has done what. Everybody's going to be judged according to their measure and what they've done. All right, now, according to the story, we have to understand that there's going to be a point where the whole world is going to be looking at us as terrorists, man. Okay, the whole world is going to be looking at us and numbering us amongst the likes of neo-Nazi groups. You notice now they're throwing out Edomite supremacist groups. Now all of a sudden they care about white supremacist group, because what does white supremacist groups do? They go around the earth stealing, killing, robbing, murdering based upon their idea of superiority. You see? And now that this particular act has happened, amongst other acts that are going to happen, they're going to be able to link you. And that's a part of the straight gate. That's a part of the story. There's no disclaimer you can put out that can change that narrative, man. We just have to continue to offer up the right sacrifice and do exactly what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai have told us to do. Okay? And keep a stable mind about it. Okay? Now let's go to Revelation, because Esau's watching us. You don't think they know that you're not a terrorist? You don't think they know that you're not plotting to take them down, or that you're not taking up arms and trying to kill and steal and rob and, use your so-called, superiority to harm people? They know that. They've been watching us for years. They got our phones tapped. Okay, they're looking in your cloud. They're looking at, because everything you put on your phone, everything you delete, everything you record, it's all pretty much on the cloud. So they know everything. They know where we park when we go to camp. They've ran our license plates. They got everything that they need to have. So the way Satan goes about it is he goes up some other way to try to link you to terroristic acts. Okay, but the bottom line is it true? Okay, are those accusations going to be upheld? If you're of the elect and you're covered by the blood, no. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 12. So pretty much you should have it in your mind, or try to get to a place in your spirit to where you're rejoicing in Esau doing this. Just come with it. Of course it's going to be uncomfortable in the flesh. Okay, what do you think what Yahweh Shai went through was comfortable in his flesh? But he took it. He took it. He denied numbing agents. He took it according to as it was written. He had to take it. Okay, and what do you think the men of the Lord are going to have to go through? The scriptures say, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. They seem to be in a terrible case, but we are at peace, man. So you have to be at peace with the persecution, because that's a part of the story. Okay, that's a part of the whole grand scheme of things, man. And of course, you're going to have those particular demons creeping in. But this ain't nothing yet, man. I went to a particular hip hop site, and they're talking about this shooter being linked to the Israelites, because everybody is bought and paid for by Satan outside of the elect, man. So everybody's going to cling to this narrative and push this narrative, man, to help save Edomite supremacy, which they're on a limb. They're done, son. Okay? They're at the very end of their rulership. Look at it. Okay? So this is Revelation 12 and 10, or let's see here, in 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Now, as before, because we can't fold at the opinions of this world, because these people are going to be coming at us. Oh, you believe this, you do that, you, oh my God, you this, and trying to make you out to be something that you know you aren't. Okay? I wanted to get the commentary from Gil on this, because he, sometimes you read the commentaries, you pick out the bones, for history purposes. But he, what he said here is, something I believe brothers can take with them, for their walk going forward. This is Revelation chapter 12 and 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, whose blood they were redeemed and ransomed out of the hands of Satan. See, it's already written. We're just vessels that are chosen to go through the persecution and to be the ones who overcome. So we have to go through what the Lord has written for us to go through. There is nothing we can do to numb that. Keep that in your mind. Okay, if you don't have the faith, and if you're doubtful about it, you could end up denying Yahweh Shai when you're put in a position of persecution, man. Okay, so you got to keep it in your mind that this must happen. Okay, but we also know that there's a victory coming. We also know that there's a standard coming. We also know that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai ain't going to leave us out there, to dry, man. You also must understand that you may be a vessel chosen to be a martyr and die. All right? But keep it in your mind to keep the faith into the end no matter what, man. Okay? It says, Yahweh Shai, whose blood they were redeemed and ransomed out of the hands of Satan, that was stronger than they. See, the Esau in flesh, he's stronger than us. Satan has dominion over this world. So there's going to be more people that take to his, narrative than they take to the truth, right? And it's got to be that way. It's supposed to be that way. That's the story. That's the legacy of the Israelites, to look like they're going to lose, the elect of Israel, to look like they're going to lose, and somehow the Lord works out a miraculous work, man. Okay, because I went into that story of Haman yesterday. Haman set up a plot to have Xerxes killed. Okay, and then Mordecai ruined it by telling Xerxes the plot. And then Haman tried to blame Mordecai for the plot and tried to put, the 2 on the 10, as they say. All right, and say, well, they're trying to take down our kingdom, when he was the one who started the plot in the first place. But did Haman win? But there was a point in that story, Lord will, I'll go through it. The additions of Esther, in the scriptures, where Israel was like, damn, they finna put out a decree to kill us, man, and our children, and have their way. But the Lord worked a mighty work, man. The Lord he rules the minds of these rulers. He's not going to allow anything to happen to you that he doesn't want to happen. And ultimately, the elect are getting ready to be delivered, man. The victory is coming to the underdog. Okay, let them have their lies. Let them have this world. Okay. Hey, Yahweh Shai, man, they put all sorts of accusations on him, and he didn't say a word. Okay. He was just obedient to the cross, to the end, man. And look what happened. He was glorified back on the right-hand side, man. Okay, leaving a legacy behind for us to follow, man. Okay. So don't get too caught up in trying to defend yourself, man, because that makes you look guilty, and then that gives Esau the upper hand. Esau really needs to be the one answering questions. Look at his legacy. Look what he's done. Look at Christianity. Look at the legacy of the so-called Jewish nation. The bloodshed that the monies they have, the gold they hoard, the people they have in debt. They own Monsanto. They're the ones that have to answer questions, man. What do we own? All we've done is preach the word. Okay? It says, and I'll finish this, it says that was stronger today, and by which they were justified from all sin, and so all charges and condemnation were of no avail against them, whether of Satan or the world. So none of those charges are going to take any precedence against you. Are you a rapist? Are you a terrorist? No. So you don't have nothing to worry about. All you've done is preach the word, man. What do you think this world is going to do? They're going to come up against you. You're going to be put in a place where your friends and your family and your co-workers are going to actually see you on the news. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, but guess what? Look at what these niggas and how they live their lives. Look, they're the ones who have to worry. Okay, we've done what the Lord asked us to do, man. Okay, and by which they were cleansed from all pollution, both internal and external, and by which, all right, even their conversation garments were washed and made white, man. Okay, by this they also drew nigh to God with boldness as to their own God, notwithstanding the accusations of Satan. You see that? The persecution make the true believers more bold, man. More happy that, look, you gotta go through it, man. You know, this is what we were called to do. We were chosen from the foundation of the earth to fulfill these prophecies, man. Okay, of what would happen to the elect, man. They're gonna persecute us. They're gonna come after us. They're gonna come after this word. They're gonna demonize your true intent. Okay, but by this they drew nigh to God with boldness, man. Okay, with boldness, man. Notwithstanding the accusations of Satan. And this they could and did make use of as a shield to defend them against all his charges, man. By drawing nigh to God. Look at what our forefathers did when they were in these positions where it looked like they were about to lose. They called on to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Fasting, with praying, and all of these different things, man. And it comforted them. Okay, and this being sprinkled upon them, the blood of Yahushua, as it gave them an inward conscience of peace amidst all, man. So it was their security from the destroying angel, all right, under this purple covering, they went triumphantly to glory, having though it obtained an entire conquest over Satan, as also, and it goes even by their testimony, because we have the testimony that's going to lead to this place being destroyed. So Satan's already overcome, man. You know, count it all joy. You know, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. You know, more to come on this topic. You know, we got to make sure our minds are right, and that you know, through this persecution, you know, we don't fold unto the opinions of this world, because that would mean you loved your life. Okay, and you don't want to be found in that spirit. Shalom.